Peace and prosperity, family. This is TEHUT-NINE. I want to thank y'all for tuning in once again. Today I'm going to be reading 100 amazing facts about the Negro with complete proof by J.A. Rogers. We're up to our last set of 10. We finally arrived at 91 to 100. And I want to just say thank you all for sticking it out with us, and I hope this information inspires you. With that being said, here we go. Fact number 91. The most ancient names of so-called black people are Nehisu or Nubian, Ethiopian and Moor from ancient Egypt, and Negro or Negrita from West Africa. All the above are native African words. Negro is probably the oldest, as the Negritos are the oldest branch of the human race. Negro comes from the river Niger. Niger found its way into Latin, and since the people of that region were dark-skinned, Niger, Nigra, Nigrum came to mean black. Negro, Negrito, Negrita means the people of the great river. Black and colored like white are, on the other hand, European words. Ethiopian and Moor were popularly used to describe the so-called blacks until 1500. Shakespeare uses Negro only once and uses it synonymously with Moor. Africa comes from the ancient Egyptian Afroika or Kafrika, the land of Kafir. Fact number 92. The English word admiral and the French equivalent amiral were adopted as a result of the great admiration held for the Negroid sea rovers who used to scour the coast of Europe for slaves as late as the 19th century. It comes from Amiral Bahir, Lord of the Seas, the commander of the sea rovers. The principal port of the latter was Saleh, Morocco. A United States squadron under Commodore Decatur went to Africa to free the white Americans held there as slaves. Fact number 93. Ex-Kaiser Wilhelm II had a Negro uncle by adoption. His grandfather, Wilhelm I, adopted a Negro boy given him by an African explorer as his son. Henry Noel, as he was called, grew up in the royal palace and was an officer in the German army. The fact number 94. The chief Back to Africa leaders were Paul Couffet, Major Martin R. Delaney, African explorer, Pop Singleton, William Ellis, Chief Sam, Dr. Thorne, and Marcus Garvey. The last named had a following much greater than the rest combined. Fact number 95. Tony Simpson, a humble Louisiana Negro posing as Prince Antonio Apache of Arizona, became the social lion of the elite of New York and Philadelphia in 1903. Among those who feted him in their drawing rooms or in the Golden Horseshoe at the Metropolitan Opera were Mistress Jacob Astor, Mistress Howard Gould, and Mistress John R. Drexel. Even President Theodore Roosevelt was taken in. The latter consulted Prince Apache several times on Indian affairs at the White House. The prince was tall and imposing, dressed like a Beau Brummel, and had the manners of a Chesterfield. He used to wear a wig attached to a tuft of his own woolly hair. Fact number 96. After his famous speech at the Atlanta Exposition in 1895, Booker T. Washington refused an offer of $50,000 for a series of lectures because it would interrupt his work at Tuskegee, which was bringing him much less. Fact 97. Haywood Shepherd, a free Negro, was the first person killed by John Brown's party of white and Negro raiders at Harper's Ferry in their efforts to free the slaves in 1859. Shepherd, that sellout, while running off to arouse the white people, was shot dead in his tracks. No good. Fact number 98. The blacks, like the whites, have been struggling for thousands of years to change their hair from its natural form. Negroes arranged their hair with hot irons in Egypt more than 5,000 years ago. Fact number 99. An American Negro has 20 chances to a white American's one of reaching 100 years and over. Damn. And final fact 100. Yay! We are here. Since 1460 AD or earlier, the Negroes of Seville, Spain had been wearing in the religious procession of the Feast of Corpus Christi a white robe and hood strikingly like that used by the Ku Klux Klan, which originated 420 years later. And that concludes our 100 amazing facts with complete proof by J.A. Rogers. A great book, a great man, and we are, hopeful that the information will bring some inspiration and insight into things for those of you who didn't know some of these things. And as much as the information might seem a little bit dated, we have to, look at it in the context of the time that it was created in. I believe this particular book was published around 1934. Things have changed. A lot of things have changed, and a lot of things, other things have been discovered in addition to what was known during that time. So, hope this was an inspiration to you. Hope you guys like, comment, share. Make sure y'all subscribe to M9NDtv. And thank you all again for watching, man. Peace.